The difference between a dreamer and a visionary is that a dreamer has his eyes closed and a visionary has his eyes open. Hatred paralyzes life. Love releases it. Hatred confuses life. Love harmonizes it. Hatred darkens life. Love illuminates it. 300 years of humiliation, abuse, and deprivation cannot be expected to find voice in a whisper. Leadership is self-made. People who have deliberately decided to become problem solver lead better. It's all right to tell a man to lift himself by his own bootstraps, but it is a cruel jest to say to a bootless man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. We must use time creatively and knowledge that the time is always ripe to do right. People fail to get along because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because they have not communicated with each other. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Keep moving. Let nothing slow you up. Move on with dignity and honor and respectability. We never get anywhere in this world without the forces of history and individual persons in the background helping us to get there. In order to love your enemies, you must begin by analyzing self. Everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. But I know somehow that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. It is always the right time to do the right thing. Quietly endure, silently suffer, and patiently wait. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for that which is right, for justice, for truth. Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. No person has the right to reign on your dreams. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? We must come to see that the end we seek is a society at peace with itself, a society that can live with its conscience. The time is always right to do right. The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. There comes a time when silence is betrayal. I have a dream that one day little black boys and girls will be holding hands with little white boys and girls. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. We must live together as brothers, or perish together as fools. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. We must learn that passively to accept an unjust system is to cooperate with that system and thereby to become a participant in its evil. Mother dear, one day I'm going to turn this world upside down. A right delayed is a right denied. Those who are not looking for happiness are the most likely to find it, because those who are searching forget that the surest way to be happy is to seek happiness for others. If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep streets even as Michelangelo painted, or Beethoven composed music, or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, "Here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well." Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service. There is no gain without struggle. It does not matter how long you live, but how well you do it. True peace is not merely the absence of tension. It is the presence of justice. An individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. The old law of an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. Hate destroys the hater. Courage is an inner resolution to go forward despite obstacles. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. We cannot walk alone, and as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Try not to leave your work for someone else to do. If possible, carry the work of someone and add it to yours. That's a trait of leaders. Our lives begin to end today. We become silent about things that matter. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe nor politic nor popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him it is right. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind. When you are right, you cannot be too radical. When you are wrong, you cannot be too conservative. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude. Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. If you can't be a sun, be a star, for it isn't by size that you win or fail. Be the best of whatever you are. A productive and happy life is not something you find. It is something you make. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us, and some evil in the best of us. I say to you today, my friends, that even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. Life's piano can only produce melodies of brotherhood and sisterhood when it is recognized that the black keys are as basic, necessary, and beautiful as the white keys. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. We are now faced with the fact that tomorrow is today. We are confronted with the fierce urgency of now. In this unfolding conundrum of life and history, there is such a thing as being too late. This is no time for apathy or complacency. This is a time for vigorous and positive action. Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. As my sufferings mounted, I soon realized that there were two ways in which I could respond to my situation: either to react with bitterness or seek to transform the suffering into a creative force. I decided to follow the latter course. Wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows. Whatever your life's work is, do it well. A man should do his job so well that the living, the dead, and the unborn could do it no better. You will change your mind. You will change your looks. You will change your smile, laugh, and ways. But no matter what you change, you will always be you. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be a sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. The best way to solve any problem is to remove its cause. You can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. We have flown the air like birds and swum the sea like fishes, but have yet to learn the simple act of walking the earth like brothers. No work is insignificant. All labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and importance, and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence. No one really knows why they are alive until they know what they'll die for. Let's build bridges, not walls. A lie cannot live. Which quote from Martin Luther King Jr. did you find the most inspiring? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to catch our captivating future videos. Thank you for watching.